Good evening. As Dara mentioned, my name is Jason Reynolds. I work for DUDEC. We're the environmental consultant. We're part of the team analyzing and advancing this project. And I'm here to give you a notice of preparation scoping meeting presentation and overview of the projects. This scoping meeting will focus on engaging you, soliciting your thoughts, your inputs, comments, challenges, ideas, concerns, anything that you feel should be captured and considered as part of our future analysis in the program EIR. That's really the purpose of this meeting. I'm going to give you an overview of the project, identify some of the key goals, and then also describe in detail the environmental review process. So to give you some background, the genesis of this work started with the Oceanside Waterfront Vision Plan in 2007. That plan really established the city's investment and understanding of just how important these resources are, these waterfront facilities surrounding the municipal pier. They really are critical marquee destinations for the public to utilize. And as you can see, there's been those investments have continued, and there are some completed efforts as detailed in the three last bullets on this slide. So for continuing discussion on the background, there's been a substantial amount of investment from City Council. They have specifically authorized and approved contractual work to conduct feasibility level analysis and to continue to advance the enhancement and the preservation of these resources through their contractual obligations and approvals. And as you can see by the slide and the bullets listed here, the most recent work has been dating back to May of 2020 and continued through to October of 2023, which has led us to this point in the project development process. The project goals are focused around, again, enhancement, restoration, reconstruction of these public facilities. The need to make sure that these local landmarks are continually available and utilized and functional is critically important. The city also has ongoing lifeguard services within these areas that are dependent upon these resources, these built features, and their continued work in a life safety and water dependent operational needs are critically important as part of this project. There is there is a comprehensive need for access improvements, ADA access improvements, and all of the facilities being evaluated are looking through the best ways to incorporate those access and those mobility options. And then again, the ability of these facilities to continue to be utilized and to function efficiently also must include what are the future maintenance requirements and how can those be effectively utilized. So moving to the facilities themselves, working from north to south, the city has evaluated the Junior Seau Beach Community Center. One of the key things there, again, is ADA access, but the understanding is that this facility be preserved in its existing footprint and square footage. There's no structural changes. There's no modification to the building as far as its features or its physical footprint. But the interior of the building does need some renovations, and there are also some exterior improvements required, as well as, again, ADA access components. The Lifeguard headquarters, their focus there is on looking at the structural integrity of the bridge and the need for it to be improved and restored. That structural integrity of the two concrete bridges, being almost 100 years old, really demonstrates a need for improvement. The lifeguards, again, as I mentioned earlier, they have a current headquarters facility at the westernmost portion of the concrete facility, and their continued utilization of that facility is critically important as part of their ongoing observations, their water safety needs, and so that's part of the effort. There is also the need to enhance their operational needs based on future programming as their services expand, so there is additional consideration of that. Sea level rise is part of the analysis and how these facilities and this particular facility would perform in a sea level rise scenario. And then, of course, coordination with Coastal Commission to make sure that the improvements are reviewed and analyzed through the coastal development permit process, preservation of the public and visitor serving commercial uses, and then of course collaboration with the other projects, the other components of this project. The Junior Sao Amphitheater in Bandshell is an ongoing facility that is used for events. Obviously, the age of the facility, as presented earlier in the presentation, warrants addressing the actual amphitheater itself, its age, deterioration, condition, again, ADA access, looking at how the facilities together can function with improved sightlines, improved electrical, lighting, and audiovisual components as part of a new bandshell, so that the experiences and the venues utilization during events is heightened and functionally utilized effectively. Those are all components of this project, or this component of the project as well. And then finally, Betty's Lot. This portion of the project is being evaluated at a conceptual level only. The ideas that have been brought forward as part of the feasibility study that's been approved, again, are concepts, they're ideas. The most important thing the city recognizes is maintaining the parking. It's a critical destination for users and visitors to the area, and that parking lot is obviously a very important component of that. But the enhancement and the potential expansion of utilization of this facility is part of the conceptual based analysis that will be considered as part of this program EIR. So CEQA analysis as a general document, an effort is again, it's an engaging and an informing effort, and our design and our efforts will focus on technical analysis, looking at the proposed improvements, providing summary documentation to that effect, evaluating the potential for significant impacts, and applying those efforts and those techniques at both a project level and a program level. And so project-specific evaluation of improvements, and then conceptual evaluation of potential improvements. One important thing to remember is that for the Betty's Lot component of the project, the additional CEQA review will be required if the city decides to advance more specific technical design, and also if the city decides to advance that portion of the project further. So the contents of a program EIR are listed here. They provide a broad overview, description, existing conditions, potential impacts, ideas and tactics and strategies to address or mitigate for those impacts, taking into account mandated components, and then an analysis of the alternatives as presented in the NOP. Here are the alternatives. We have 3 that were included in the NOP. Project level analysis of the community center, the Pier Viewway Bridge, amphitheater, and bandshell as part of alternative 1. Alternative 2, doing the same project level analysis of those 3 features, and then concept level analysis or program analysis for Betty's Lot. And then alternative 3 being the no project or no build alternative. Here's a listing of technical subject matter that is included in the EIR. Not every technical topic listed will be analyzed. They will be considered on an as applicable basis, but this is the base. These are the suite of technical disciplines included typically in a program EIR. The objectives, again, there is a need to conduct a comprehensive technical analysis that will inform the design and the future implementation of improvements. That is the basis of this CEQA document. It is a public serving document, an informing document. And the most important thing is to evaluate potential impacts and explore and present methodologies that would either avoid or reduce those impacts if the project is ultimately implemented. This flowchart gives you an idea of the steps that are necessary to complete the environmental process. We are at step 2. We are in the 30-day notice of preparation public review timeline that ends on February 19th. Again, we really encourage and welcome your input on this project. And then again, after we finish this notice of preparation scoping meeting and commenting period, we will begin draft preparation of the EIR. And when we get to the draft preparation, when that is finished and ready for public review, there will be another public opportunity to review and to take in your inputs. There'll be a public hearing like this one. and that will be in the future. And then the other steps that you see here are the steps that would take us to the final approval processes. So the opportunity for comments there's quite a few. Obviously this meeting, we have comment cards and comment boxes in the back of the room. We have a court reporter to my left. She's here if you would like to verbally provide any comments on the project. Those are the opportunities at your disposal here. Of course, you're welcome to talk to us, but we do want to try and capture those comments in writing. You can also send in comments via email or mail. Shannon Vitale is the key contact. Her listing is there. And again, we would like those comments by February 19th. And then as you heard, Dara is the project manager. This is her contact information. She's available for questions you may have. And we really encourage you to reach out to her if necessary. And thank you very much.